I wasn't planning to make this video this early, but something has changed in the last couple of weeks that I can't ignore anymore. I strongly believe that AGI is here right now and we all call it Claude Code. This is not in some research lab or behind a waitlist. It is actually running big parts of my company right now as I'm recording this video. At this point, my companies are doing well over $1 million per year, and a single AI agent is currently doing the work that took me and my team days and sometimes weeks to accomplish. And this is not a drill. This is your wake-up call to actually understand that we are entering a new era of how businesses are built and run. And if you are not paying attention today, I promise that in 12 months you will look back and regret this decision. Because in just a couple of months, business owners who have moved first will be so far ahead that catching up will not be an option anymore. This might even be the case in a month or 3 months from now. It doesn't even need to take 12 months because things are changing so fast right now that you have to pay attention to this. And if you don't know me, my name is Sardar BC. I'm the CEO and founder of OmniFusion AI and I have no course to sell you. And just to be honest, I've never written a single line of code in my whole life. But that simply doesn't matter anymore because in the past 30 days, the way I work has completely changed and I have to tell you about it. Listen, I've been in this AI game basically since ChatGPT was released. I have built multiple AI products, I have built an AI agency, and I have tested every single AI workflow tool out there. And every time something got released, the hype was really high. I mean, I'm pretty sure you know about Bold or Lovable or Replit and all these other tools that have promised that everyone can now build anything. However, after testing these for just a couple of days, it was always the same result. It only gets about 60% of the way and then falls apart. Usually it took me more time to fix what the AI has built instead of doing it myself with the developers I have in my company. Some of them were actually good building websites, however they were not good enough to deploy them live. And some others were good in building automation workflows, but they couldn't understand all the impact that I wanted to have. And at the end we all went back to ChatGPT as a chatbot and building everything manually with our team in-house. Obviously we have used AI to speed that process up, however it was still not possible to build anything if you are not a developer yourself. And I'm talking about websites that are actually good and live, internal tools, admin dashboards, and let me not even start about SaaS products that clients actually use and pay for. None of this could be created by a non-technical CEO like me, so I was always dependent on a big team of developers and a lot of management and a lot of time wasted. But about 4 to 5 weeks ago, something has flipped. New AI models, and I'm talking specifically about Opus 4.6, have crossed a threshold where I was blown away, not just for the first day, but for the past 5 weeks, every single day while using Claude Code on my own desktop. I finally had the feeling that this does not feel like a tool anymore, but like a colleague or an unlimited employee that understands your context, remembers every past decision, and executes tasks at a very high level across all of my businesses for me. The output we had inside of our business in the past 4 weeks has literally 10x'd. And we have made progress that would have usually taken us at least 6 months or 9 months of development work in just 30 days. If someone would have told me 2 months ago that this will be the case, I would have rolled my eyes because I have been burned before. However, this is exactly why it's so important to stay curious and not rely on past disappointments, but stay curious with everything new that comes up and actually test it yourself. And once a really good friend of mine, Mark Kashev, installed Claude Code on my desktop, I was blown away. From that moment on, I've literally spent 6 to 10 hours every single day talking to my Claude Code. And the things I've created with it are out of this world. And I will show you every single thing on this channel and how I built them and how you can build them too. Because now I finally feel like I am a developer myself. The skill of developing is not as valuable anymore because now everyone is a developer. I can speak in plain English with Claude Code and get a pixel perfect result in just a couple of hours instead of waiting weeks and months until sprints of the developers are finished, everything is tested and live and deployed. And most of the things I wanted to have, we never realized because our developers are busy with other projects and there was simply no resource or time to actually get to the projects that I really want to have. And I'm talking about most of the internal tool stuff that every one of us would love to have in their business. And just to give you some examples, I'm talking about creating new landing pages from scratch with the design that I have in my brain on the same day, actually going live and having traffic on them. I'm also talking about banking dashboards where all of your scattered money on different accounts and different Stripe accounts are pulled together into one dashboard that allows me to save 10 minutes every single day instead of jumping from app to app. I can now have a simple view on my own built dashboard and see exactly how much money our company has. On top of it, I've connected Stripe, Google search traffic, other payment providers, and multiple other APIs into a single command center dashboard, so I have an overview of all of my companies, how well they are performing, how many new clients we have, what the churn rate is, and how the Google search traffic is going up or down in one single dashboard. This is stuff that I always wanted to have, but it was never that important that I actually tell my developers to build it out, because I knew this shit is gonna take weeks. And the biggest issue with this is not just the time and the money it would have cost, but going back and forth in different loops until they actually understand what is in my brain. Right now, I can get an MVP in less than 10 minutes done, and I can simply tell it what I dislike about it, and it will go and fix it again and give me another version in 5 minutes. So I can go back and forth with Claude Code 50 times in just 3 or 4 hours and have the exact product that I always wished to have in front of me. And we're really just scratching the surface here, because I've built so many things that are saving me hours every single day. And on top of it, it results in a way higher output that I have with the things I can now control myself. And besides building stuff that are visual, like dashboards or apps or landing pages, my Claude Code is the best personal assistant I could have in my life. It understands everything about every single business I have. It is connected to my email, to Drive, to my Fathom call recordings. And for example, I just had a call with a big client a couple days ago, and we were talking about a project for a couple weeks now. And before the call 2 days ago, I simply told my Claude Code to analyze all of the transcripts of our past conversations, all of the messages we have sent back and forth, and make me a presentation about the project, including the pricing and everything else. So I could blow away this client in the call, because they thought I have spent hours preparing this presentation and pulling data from all different sources. And what happened after that? I got the close yesterday. This is one of the biggest projects we have closed this year, and I think Claude Code was one of the biggest reasons of why we actually got that project. Just imagine doing this yourself, going through 4 one-hour-long call recordings, getting the most important parts out of it, summarizing everything into a full project scope, and then actually creating the presentation that is pixel perfect in their own brand colors. Like, this would have taken me a whole day to actually do this. Instead of that, it just took me 5 minutes to speak to my Claude Code using Whisper. So I just speak it out, and it goes ahead, knows where to pull the information, knows everything about my business, knows everything about their business, because it does research first online and finds out what they actually do and why they need this project, and then goes ahead and creates a presentation and prepares me for the calls that I have. And the capabilities are endless, and you can see that I'm extremely excited about this, because I actually am. Like, I also told it, pull the latest 50 sales calls that I had, give me the most common objections of the leads, give me the most common questions, how can I improve my sales call based on this script? And it's just going to get all of the context, pull all the transcriptions from the Fathom recordings, understand the context, find the exact moments where questions have been asked, and give me a list of all the most common objections and how I can improve my sales calls. This is stuff that is limitlessly valuable to me as a CEO, and things that I've never been able to touch on before, because I was so busy doing other stuff and I knew it would have taken me hours and hours and hours. But right now, everything is fast, everything is accessible, and you need to understand that the way we're running businesses has changed forever. Even before that, I always said nobody can outwork me. But right now, I really believe that nobody can outwork me, because I have 100 employees ready to do whatever I want at any given time. And all of them have the context of all of my businesses. They know my emails, they know my documents, they know everything about me, so they can make very specific decisions and things for myself. Another good example is that I've spent tens of thousands of dollars in the past for SEO specialists and analysts that charged me thousands of dollars every single month to create 4 blog posts a month. I created more than 200 blog posts myself that are SEO optimized, already indexed, and already bringing traffic right now. And I've created all of this 2 weeks ago in one single day. The way businesses work in the future will be very, very different from what you are used to. And as said, there is no course I have to sell you. I'm literally telling you this to be the first that tells you something that will change your life. I simply want you to remember my face and remember my name and say, yo, this is the guy that actually told me about this. And once I hopped on, everything in my life and in my business has changed. That's what I want for you. And the funny part about this is, this all happened while I've been in Cape Town with the boys from the Africa AI Mastermind event. This just happened a couple days after that, and so many people have asked me, how does this work, and how does this work, and how do I make it to do this? And the answer is nearly always the same. Simply ask it. And it's becoming a meme at this point, but I have very successful entrepreneur friends who I'm with together here in Bali right now. And whenever we have a question about anything, most of the time the answer is simply ask Claude Code how this works, or how to install this, or how to make X, Y, Z. And the thing is, it will always literally tell you what you need to do, or it will simply go ahead and do it itself. And this is why I really think AGI is here, because now you can just tell it what you want as an end result, and it's gonna figure out the way to get there. You don't need to give it simple workflow automations, or you don't need to give it one prompt after the other. You simply tell it, yo, this is my end result, this is how I want it to look. Make the plan yourself and go through it step by step and make this happen. And in most cases, it literally does. It's so fucking crazy to understand that for all of this, I'm paying $200 per month, which feels like a steal. If I imagine that all of the work I've done with Claude Code I had to do with employees, it would not just take month and month of work, but it would have also cost me multiple tens of thousands of dollars and a lot of headache, a lot of back and forth, a lot of calls, a lot of time wasted. But none of that is important anymore. So this is not just about replacing human work, but it's about doing work that humans could never do, or that would have simply been too expensive or taken too much time to do. So this opens up a whole new chapter of things that are now possible that have never been possible before. So I can't really tell you where we are heading. But one thing I can tell you is, if you're not jumping on this wagon right now, if you are a business owner and you say, yo, this is another hype moment, or this is not interesting for me, you will be left behind. I promise. And take this from someone who is in the AI space full-time for the past 3 years and who has always wished that all of the things he has in his mind will become reality instantly. And now I'm living this dream life. It is actually insane. So the timer has started, if you want it or not. This is happening. And you're either part of it or you're left behind. That's all I can say to this. But here's my promise to you. What you can do right now is subscribe to this channel, because I am going to document everything. Every system, every workflow, every solution that I'm building as a non-technical CEO to run and scale my businesses. AGI is here, it is real, and if you're watching this video, you are early. Don't get left behind. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.